Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Star Wars Stormtrooper Mech set. This is set number 75370. It has 138 pieces, and I paid $16 for this set. Now, this is one of the new Star Wars mechs that comes out officially August 1st, I believe. I was able to get some of these early. I've already done videos about the Boba Fett mech and the Darth Vader mech, which I've had sort of mixed things about. I think the Darth Vader one is my favorite so far, but now I have the last one out of this release of Star Wars mechs, which is the Stormtrooper Mech, and I'm excited to see what's different, what's the same, what I like, and what I don't. So, in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we are looking at the build for this brand new Lego Star Wars Stormtrooper Mech, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and to remind people to like and subscribe if you like the videos. It helps me a lot, so I really appreciate it. Now on to the rest of the build, and then on to my review of this brand new Lego Star Wars Stormtrooper Mech set. Okay, so that is this brand new Lego Star Wars Stormtrooper Mech set. About what I expected. Some differences from the other two mechs that released alongside this, some similarities, well, just get right into it. The first thing we can take a look at is the Stormtrooper. This is a pretty standard Stormtrooper. We do have printing on the legs, do have printing on the printing on the torso, big helmet, no holes on the side of this helmet or anything like that, printing on the back, and nice to get it's pretty classic face print for the clone, but it's slightly different than the one I'm used to, but it is one that's used a lot. And of course we get the blaster accessory there. This is a totally fine minifigure. I think these come in a million other sets, so it's not something that is worth to just buy a bunch of the mech sets to get these, or just to get one more of these. I think there's other sets that include these Stormtroopers that are exactly like this, that are probably better value and include more of them and different stuff. But either way, that's what you get in here. Of course, they can be positioned in the mech, just like all the other ones. I don't think they can have their blaster with them, but let me get them in the mech so we can see what that looks like. I think that looks fine. But as much as anything, I think it's interesting because when the helmet's on there, this helmet on the minifigure I think is usually a little oversized looking, but in here it kind of looks all right. It's not too bad, so that's good that they can fit in there. They fit in there the same way they do the minifigures do on all the other Star Wars mechs. So we can see there's that little jumper behind the thing that holds the minifigure feet there. They don't get studded down, they just have the thing, and then this can close up. It has a nice angle to it there to close that up. On the chest piece we have another print, good quality print, which is nice. And then we get kind of your typical mech stuff. So for the arms and the legs, we have those same pieces. Nice to have them in white. Makes a lot of sense. I do like the color blocking in this. Everything's got like a little stripe of black in there, which is nice. Black fingers, which is good. You know, articulation is about what you would expect from these kind of mechs, which is good. These are pretty bulky, which is nice. I like that the feet are 2 studs wide. We can rotate the feet all around. These might be the best feet out of all of the 3. I guess maybe the Boba Fett feet had some good detail, but I really like what they did with these feet for this Stormtrooper mech. Instead of keeping it, like, they could have made it very simple, and these are, but they have a little bit more going on. I do like these pieces here, and I liked how this whole ovular or oval sort of thing came together. It's quite nice. I like that it's mimicked up here, which is good. And yeah, there's just lots of little stuff. It seems to makes tons of sense. It can stand on its own. It can be positioned in different ways as any of the other mechs can, which is, I think, appropriate and right. We do have clips on the side of the hips, which could hold a minifigure accessory potentially, which is nice. So you can always have that there. And I think overall this mech makes sense. I think this is the one that I was like most excited for, oddly, when I saw these release. I think I still like the Darth Vader one more, but I'm not sure yet, and we'll see. Of course, like Boba Fett, this one does come with a blaster, and it's a little, it's close to like the minifigure blaster, but also not really. It's just too thick and weird, and it sticks up too long, really too high from the hand. So I think there's ways to improve this and still get the stud shooter on there. And it's the same issue I had with the Boba Fett one. I think the blaster could be a lot better for these mechs, and so I would like that to be improved if they are to make any more of these mechs. But this is, again, about what I expect. I think $16 is too much. I think $15 was a good price for these, and it's $1 difference, but that's a significant difference, I would say. So while I think this is a fine set, it's exactly pretty much what I expected. It is a Stormtrooper with a Stormtrooper Mech. The printing is nice. The minifigure is quality. I liked building it out. I do like the feet, and it's very similar to all of the other Star Wars mechs that it released alongside. Here are the studs that can go in the blaster there, so you get several of those. And we can take a look at the extra pieces. Very simple. Minifigure, trigger, Technic pin, and then your 1x1 round different pieces, hollow stud, and all different stuff there. So good to get extras of those. And now let me grab the other two mechs so we can kind of look at all these side by side. So we've got Boba Fett here. Blaster pretty similar, not identical because of the like brown that runs through there, but still very, very similar. Okay. And then we have Darth Vader, of course, here. And it's interesting. Boba Fett does have the jetpack here and the kind of flick projectile there. Has a little more color. Print is a little more interesting than this one. For whatever reason, I didn't love the Boba Fett one when I was done with it. I liked the Darth Vader one a lot more. I still think the Vader one is my favorite. But there are kind of things about all of them. I think, having the extra back accessory on Boba Fett is really, really nice. The back of the Stormtrooper is very bland, very empty, and looks kind of unfinished and uninspired, because even Vader has like a little bit more going on back here. So the back of the Stormtrooper one is very, very bare. So that's definitely points for Boba Fett. I think the lightsaber works better than either of the blasters, and I also like the piece usages for the certain angles and certain lines that flow through the arms and the legs on Vader. It doesn't feel as blocky. It feels very, very like sleek and cool and nice. And the Stormtrooper, is maybe doesn't have a ton of great stuff going for it as far as trying to find things that each one of them does better than the other ones. I think, the Stormtrooper should probably have something on the back. Occasionally, Stormtroopers have things on their back, and it would have been nice to get something that maybe emulates the back of what's on the back of the minifigure there on the back, which would be great. Something to just so we don't see the whole back of this piece, even just to break up this piece a little bit would be really, really nice. So that's kind of a missed opportunity there. Still, in my opinion, I think the Darth Vader one is my favorite, and then maybe the Boba Fett one, and then maybe the Stormtrooper. These are pretty similar, but the Stormtrooper does have, the Boba Fett does have a little more going on for it, and because of the back stuff, and the minifigure is, I think, nicer than this one because it's got like printing on the midsection, printing on the arms, and different stuff like that. So then this one gets points there, but both of these blasters are not great. And overall, all of these at $16 are overpriced. Of course, I did get all of them. I picked all of them up. I was really interested in them. I liked the Marvel ones that I did recently with the Thanos, Rocket, and Hulk. Some of those I got on sale. I think $12 is a really, really good price for these. As far as toys go, I think $12 is kind of a good price point for these to be at. Unfortunately, they were at 15, and then now even more unfortunately, these Star Wars ones are at 16, which I think is a bit of a bummer. But hopefully these can go on sale, and then maybe they'll get down closer to the $12, $13 range, and I think that's much more reasonable. Again, it's not that big of a difference, but it's a meaningful change, and I don't want to just let that slide necessarily. But there are good things here, and this one is probably the weakest, this Stormtrooper, and I think, yeah, the Darth Vader one's my favorite. Ultimately, I'm still happy that Lego and Star Wars are kind of doing different stuff. I know some people were not super thrilled about these because the canon doesn't really make sense in the universe and all this stuff. That stuff doesn't matter to me. So I'm just happy to get other Lego sets, other Lego toys, even cheaper, cheaper ones where you still get a minifigure in this, which are they remind me of a micro fighter, but somewhat different than a micro fighter because, I don't know, there's just difference. And I think these are good for play and stuff. So I'm certainly happy to have them, and I was happy to build them, happy to get them early, so that's fine. They should just not be $16. I wish they weren't, and maybe if I complain enough about that, they'll change. I doubt it, but either way, that's that. So if you like this video, please consider clicking that thumbs up and giving it a like. And if you like the other videos on my channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Lego Star Wars, more Mechs, and then just tons of other Lego sets, all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts, all different themes. And I'm going to be doing some other kind of Lego videos that aren't builds and reviews coming up, and see how that goes. So I'm really excited. So subscribe so you don't miss any of that. And if you want to support this channel, the best way to do that is over at the SoBricks Patreon, which is patreon.com/SoBricks. And over there you can get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive stuff, and I have a bunch of other stuff in the works over there. So as that continues to grow, I'm going to keep trying new things and delivering new content and experiences over there, and keep trying to foster a community there. So every little bit helps, and it is very appreciated. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.